Well, hello everybody. I'm back at it here. Feeling a little bit better. Arm's still hurting a little, but I've got enough energy and ability to work on some small projects. So, you guys want to see what I've been doing? Give me a second here. Okay. Since I'm keeping the bus, I was thinking about changing up a few things that suit me rather than selling it and trying to suit the general public on it. Um, this area on this bus here, this place where it folds up right here is basically a double bed size. And if you add that area down the end there, that makes it a queen. I'm going to take that area and I'm going to wall that across there. And I'm going to go ahead and put some storage pockets over there to put pillows and blankets and things like that. And I'm going to convert this bed into a twin size, but it's going to be still extra long. It's still going to be 80 inches long, but it's only going to be 53 inches wide instead of 60. So I'm going to take that extra area back there, and I'm going to convert that into storage. That's one of the things I'm going to do. And what I'm working on right now is I got the place kind of messed up a little bit because I've been working on it. But this wall right here, right next to the bathroom, this is right across from the seating area. See, here's the table, and there's the wall. I was thinking about putting some type of little wall hutch or something here so I can put my plates, small plates, bowls, and cups on this wall. And that way they're really accessible, so you can set the table, eat here. And, the pots and pans, they're down in that cabinet right there. And the foodstuffs are going to be up here. And I've been thinking about adding a microwave up there too. So that's in the future too. But I've just got a lot of ideas. I laid there long enough that I got to thinking about a lot of stuff. So I went over to Home Depot, and the price for birch has went out of sight, and they have very few pieces that aren't like corkscrews over there. So I was thinking I would have to, since I'm keeping the bus, I'm getting kind of strapped for cash, so I thought I would try to recycle some stuff. So I started looking around in the shop here. I'll show you what I found. Oh, that bumper too. I've got some plans for that bumper. I'll share those with you later. But see this? This is a TV stand here, and it's made out of oak flake board with oak veneer on it. But all the trim on this, all the inch and a half, all the way around it, crossed here, was all really nice solid oak. And the doors that were on here are right here. And these also are solid oak. So I'm going to utilize this lumber, and I'm going to build me an oak rack for my dishes, bowls, cups. And this thing had something else that was kind of neat too. It had these sliding roller trays. They're set up like drawers, and they're made to hold CDs and DVDs. Holds quite a few of them. And the tracks are in there and everything. Those I might be able to utilize someplace if I'm handy and figure out a way to do it. If not, I'll just save it all, and we will go ahead and use that on a different project. It also had some nice hinges on it too, spring-loaded hinges, and I'm going to save those too. I've got the wood off, and I've got it over here by the saw. I'll show you a couple pieces of it. Then we'll go up to the workshop, and I will show you what I'm making. So this is the stuff right here. So it's really nice oak. I had to sand this little bit of residue from where it was glued on to the flake board, and it pulled off, but that's no big deal. But anyway, I've got all this leftovers here, and I've already kind of cut the rack out and sanded off the finish on this. And let's go up and take a look at it. I'll walk you up to the other end where the workshop is. Sure is a lot of junk in here, isn't there? Look at all that paint. There's my bike, poor thing. Hasn't been ridden for a month now. Trying to recoup here. Boy, it sure feels good to be out and dressed and doing something. But anyway, this is what I would come up with here. It's going to have all of its edges sanded better and rounded, and like this area right here will all be rounded together with the sander, and this will get a rubbed oil finish on it. But this is going to be the plate rack here, and that's the way it's going to mount against the wall. I'm going to use the wall of the bathroom as the back mount for it, and I'll go ahead and I'll pre-drill a couple holes here and here, here and here, and I will screw it directly to the wall. But that's what I have going on for right now. This is what I'm doing. I sanded these all off with the old sander there, and I got a little step stool here too. That bed's so high to get up into that I think I'm going to go ahead and use that step stool to help, boost yourself up into bed. I'm going to sand that all off and give it a nice rubbed oil finish too, and that should match in pretty good. Got to start thinking about this, going a little more economical on this thing now. And I've got a Honda EU 3000 generator that I've had for about 8 or 9 years now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on the back, put a bracket on the back of the bumper and put that on, and I'm going to put a tow hitch so I can get a tow bar, and I'm going to tow my white Jeep behind it. So that should be pretty neat. But that's all in the future here. We've got stuff to look forward to, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the next day. I went ahead and finished that plate rack. I'll give you a look at it here. It's right there on the wall. And right now I'm building the bowl rack. I got this idea from a yacht. They were storing their dishes on the wall because there wasn't a lot of room in the little galley that was in it. And it was more like a sailboat. And I thought that worked out pretty good. I went ahead and rounded off these edges down here to match. And the rack I found that was made out of teak on a website was well over $100, $137 or something like that. And I built this thing for free. That's what makes me happy. So I'm building the bowl rack right now. I'll show that to you. And look at the little stool. I went ahead and sanded it off. Here, let me get down there so you can see it. Yeah, I went ahead and sanded it off and refinished it too. So yeah, and I've been planning out the bed storage in the back there. That's a full-size mattress, so I'm going to have several inches, right, only on the back side over there to make me some storage boxes for things like this pillow and a few things. So pretty happy right now. Been working this morning for a couple hours and starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm going to take you up there and show you the bowls, and I think I'm going to call it a day. Okay guys, here we are in the workshop again, and I cut one of these drawers here that I had out of that entertainment center. I cut it down and basically made this little box to hold the bowls. And of course, these edges all get rounded, and I already sanded the sides, but I've still got to sand these and get the old finish off of them, and put the old Wadco rub-on poly on it. And then I'm going to build a rack for those cups, and I'm probably going to build it out of that piece of birch right there and that dowel, and I'll probably just angle the dowels and just let them hang there, but because I don't want them clanking around. I thought about building something. See, these cups have a little ridge on them and they stack, and I got a lot of these cups. They're all brand new. I had them in the store. The restaurant cups. But I could make a little tall stacker and put them in the stacker, and that wouldn't rattle unless you hit a big bump. You might get a little bit of a noise out of them. But I think if I hang them like this on a dowel individually, I think, you know, I'm not going to get much noise from that. So I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Well, there it is so far. And I'm going to continue this video on a little later. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to have some tea. And I'm going to take a couple Advil and see how my shoulder feels. If this nerve keeps pinching, I'm going to have to just stop for the day and recoup a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, I went up and rested for about 4 hours. I'm feeling okay now, so I went ahead and finished this bowl rack up. This is what it's going to look like. It's still wet from the poly. Well, I can't remember the name of it again. Watco Wipe on Poly. That's what I put on it. So here it is. I've got all these corners rounded off, so it all matches up real good. And there's your matching bowl holder. Matches the plate rack. And it's 3 inches deep. And I used the same pieces from that. All this was scrapped from that entertainment center. So basically I built all this stuff so far for just the cost of the glue, the nails, a little bit of sandpaper, and $5 I paid for that entertainment center. I got at least $40 worth of oak out of that entertainment center. So I saved myself a little bit of money. It would have been even more than that if I'd have went over to Home Depot and bought some more of that there birch. I'm going to make the cup rack out of that birch, I think. Maybe. I have that still. I can still use that to make the cup rack. So I haven't quite decided. So that's next anyway, and I'm going to go put this in the bus. Well, good evening, everybody. It's still the same day, and I've finished up the bowl rack. Oh boy. I did have one of these original cups that matched the dishes here, and but I didn't use them. This is the rack I built right here. So that holds 4 dishes, big dinner plates, 4 sandwich plates, 4 bowls, see, and 4 cups. And the cups don't match the set, but you know they work, and I had them and they're brand new, so I might as well use them. But anyway, what I did is I used the drawer front behind that. Then I hooked this bowl rack onto that. Then I doweled in some 5/8 inch dowels at an angle so they won't come off. And this is the marine pantry. It's not a pantry, it's a hutch. It's a marine hutch. Marine styled hutch. You know, they do this on boats to keep the plates from moving around and stuff because of the rough seas and stuff. But, you know, motorhome's a lot like that. And it was a good storage spot for me because I failed to figure out a spot over there to put my plates and stuff. And I like to keep them accessible out in the open. I even have plate racks in my house, but they're the horizontal style. Yeah. So, why don't you guys leave me a comment? Let me know if you like this or not. And we're going to call this to the end of this video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, okay? Good night, everybody.